What I want to talk about is a crash scene that we responded to last evening about 10 p.m. on Interstate 394 around Theoworth Parkway. We were called to a motorcycle crash. A report of one motorcycle had crashed. Driver was unresponsive. Troopers showed up on the scene, did find one motorcycle that was down on the highway and one unresponsive driver who was transported to the hospital but was pronounced dead because of the crash. We did have 3 witness statements on scene that had talked about very, very high rates of speed with this motorcycle along with another motorcycle it was traveling with. The estimates of speed were 100 to 120 miles per hour. I think that's the big message that we want to talk about here today is obviously we got motorcycles out on the roadway with the nice weather, but having a speed that fast is just a recipe for disaster. Having a motorcycle traveling 100 plus miles an hour on any highway or street is going to produce hazardous results. Again, we kind of go back to that speed. It's such a high rate of speed for any vehicle, but especially with a motorcycle, and you lose control and fall off that motorcycle at 100, 120 miles an hour. Boy, whether you got a helmet on or not, I think the results are going to be pretty tragic, but we still encourage people obviously to wear that protective gear because if other things do happen, and many of that have saved lives over the years.
Have you been able to speak with the other cyclist at all?
We have not. The other cyclist took off from the scene shortly after the crash. Our troopers are investigating at this point. We do have a couple of reconstructionists working on the crash, along with other troopers that are trying to locate this person. We have limited information. We have a black, possibly a Honda motorcycle. The person was wearing a helmet, so we don't know. We believe it's a male. So we are looking for that person so we could talk to them and find out if they know anything more about what occurred at this crash. So again, something like this, we have motorcycles out on the streets already with the nice weather. We have a lot of safety messages to go through that we don't normally hit at this time of the year. It seems early, but with the nice weather, we do have a lot of motorcycles out. You know, there's a lot of hazards that are out on the roadways this time of year with the snow still on the shoulders and it's freezing and melting, sand and ice on the roads potentially, and at those intersections. Obviously, motorists reacclimating themselves to having motorcycles on the road. So getting our motorists aware that there's going to be motorcycles around, look twice, use your mirrors, check your blind spots for those motorcycles that potentially are on the highways. And then a message to our motorcycle riders. We got to operate our motorcycles safely, at a safe speed, not distracted, wearing safety equipment to prevent further injuries. We'd like to see that. Also, don't drink and drive with the motorcycles or any vehicle. But again, it's just a good reminder that we're going to have motorcycles out on the highway again. And again, it's been a long winter for all of us, and our folks haven't been on their motorcycles, so their skills might be a little rusty. Get out there, encourage to dust off those skills, you know, register for another training course, and hone your skills before you get your motorcycle back on the highways.